Okay, so our next example is, can I make him turn one way while his body is facing another way? So how can I make him look left if he needs to go right? Okay, so let's go, I'm top side control, your bottom side control. A very common escape from side control is one where he gets an underhook and he turns towards me in this direction, okay? But if he goes back down and I have a cross face that is able to turn him in the other direction from here, now it's gonna make it really difficult for him to be able to turn towards me and escape, okay? So this doesn't exist just within side control, but this is a concept within many, many different places in jiu-jitsu. If I'm in the half guard, for example, the half guard depends on him turning towards me and facing me. All of his offense is going to be from him facing me. But if I could dominate the inside position and get a good cross face, see how I turn and manipulate his spine? And then I put on a good cross face from here. Now his head faces this way and his body faces the other way. So then it becomes very easy for me to be able to free my other leg and pass to side control in a way where it's hard for him to turn back into. And we see this in many, many different examples. For example, if we're here and we're looking to do a leg weave, okay? From this position, I completely stretch his legs out, and then I can make him turn and face the other way, okay? So I have this ability to almost, if Predator stays here, to put him in this yoga stretch where he is not able to do anything athletic to me. Could you imagine a sprinter starting in a sprinting position like this with his head turned all the way this way? That would be a nightmare. What he would have to do to be able to get out of that position and start to do something athletic would involve a lot of different movements. So that's how you could take and pin down bigger people, by misaligning his spine. And a lot of times this has to do with the manipulation of his jaw with my cross face, because the jaw is the very tip of the point of control in his head. And I put my shoulder on the tip of the jaw, which allows me to be able to turn him with the most leverage from this position. Now, if Predator stands up and he's going to do one of these classic self-defense takedowns where he reaches in and he uses the top of his head to push my spine back and take me down, okay? This is a great takedown and it works phenomenally well. But the person who's able to manipulate the other one's spine is the one that will win in this position. So as Predator goes here, I make sure not to get my back compromised. I try to keep whatever base I can, having my legs back. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to fit a frame in here. And if Predator goes ahead and he controls and he holds onto my back as hard as he wants, from this position, now Predator doesn't have the ability to control my spine because I've turned his head with this frame and I'm the one that's able to manipulate his spine. So if he goes in again and I control and frame here, go ahead, get a good grip and try to take me down, I'm able to use my frame to manipulate his spine before he's able to use his head to manipulate mine. So the person who's able to manipulate the other one's spine is the one that's always going to win in these exchanges. It's another spinal principle for you to keep in mind.